Welcome back, everyone. Turn to your neighbor, or someone you don't know, I know that you know each other, someone you haven't seen for a while, and say, welcome back, I'm glad to see you. Welcome back. Julie, I'm very good. All righty. So my name is Dr. Joanne Pena. Dr. Joe is sometimes when I'm called, Joanne, Joe. I'll answer to any of those. Just don't call me late for dinner. So let me thank you. First of all, let me thank Julia for bringing flowers and helping me set up this morning. She set up this beautiful, welcoming spot here for Cerise to be here with us. Today we have a double treat with Cerise Patron. She'll be also delivering the message, but just thrilling us with her voice and her beautiful music. So we have a wonderful, I thank Julia, right? Okay, so we have a wonderful song, opening song with Cerise. Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much for having me here with you on your first day back. What an honor. Are we ready to? Well, let's all be the honor. So, the first song today is called Open to Receive. So I want you just to take these words in because today we are open to receive our good, right? Okay, so we're going to do it. In times of fear, we often think the end is near. We're waiting for the shoe to drop. But what if we had faith that life would make a way when all seems lost? We're living with our fingers crossed, like it's all up to just our luck. But what if we believe we have all we need? I'm open to receive, receive, receive. And yes, I do believe, believe, believe that all my good is mine, is mine, is mine. And everywhere I go, I'm living in the flow of love, of love, of love. I'm in the flow of love, of love, of love. When life seems small and every door becomes a wall, we've given all our strength away. But when we know our true power, those walls come crashing down. I'm open to receive, receive, receive. And yes, I do believe, believe, believe that all my good is mine, is mine, is mine. And everywhere I go,
very much. So let's share a few things that happened over the summer. One of the things that we haven't had a chance to tell you about is our board meeting. We had a board meeting during the summer, and new officers were elected. And we also spent a retreat, had some time during a retreat to establish a new vision and mission statement. Before we share that, I would like to have, Maria is the president of our board, I would like to have her introduce the board members.
Okay.
So I'm surprising you with that, right?
That's not a problem. Who's here today? We've had some changes, actually. We have Kate Turner here. She's our treasurer, which is a wonderful job. She really is great. But I don't think anyone else is under our board today. Joe, as Joe, and then, no, Julia's not. So there's, Ela is on our board, and she will be gone for the next couple of weeks. And then Mark Wentz has also agreed to join our board. So for the first time in a long time, we're going to actually have a man on our board, which will be a change for him and a change for us. So that should be exciting. And then we lost Odie. And I want to tell you,
Well, we know where she is.
we know where she is, but we lost her from the board. And I want to tell you, I might as well while I'm up here, she had talked to Ela and asked that she tell everyone, thank you so much for all the cards that were sent to her after her surgery, that she really appreciated it. She was just amazed at how many she received. So wonderful that Odie was able to get that. So great.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right. Any questions? You can ask Maria. That's okay. You can't ask me. All right, very good. So we spent some time, actually, we had about a 6-hour retreat. So there was a lot of thought that we put into our new vision and mission statement. So I think Derek has a slide for us that will share our mission statement. Our vision statement. A world of oneness where all people are free and encouraged to express their divine potential. I see everybody shaking their head, yes. Exactly what we feel when we come here, right? I thought about the theme this morning of returning home, and I thought this is returning home to a spiritual place. I had an aha moment on Friday when I came home from a new position that I'm taking, and when I got home, I felt literally like somebody had taken off this heavy coat off my back. What happened? Did somebody take my clothes off or what? You know, and I walked in there, and it really was the burden of where I was leaving that behind and opening and walking into a whole new opportunity with a wonderful new office, and they had flowers for me, and it was just a wonderful opportunity with a lot less casework. So there's divine potential there to make a huge difference in people's lives. All right, our mission, and again, we worked on this for a little bit. Our mission is Unity Church of Sun Lakes is a spiritual community of love and light that is dedicated to the expansion of our divinity as taught by Jesus Christ and other teachers. We commit our time, talents, and tithes to inspire more love and peace in the world. Yes? Yes, that's what we do. And we are updating our website to reflect our new mission and vision. We're also updating the website to be a little bit more enticing to people. We've been working on that. We'll hopefully have a better sheet, a page, I should say, where we can tithe a little bit more easily. When I try to tithe, automatically I had to go in and ask about, what's the bank for Sun Lakes of Unity. My bank just didn't have all that information. But when I went into like Unity of Houston and Unity of South Florida, I could do it easily. So it was kind of interesting. We're updating it. Yes, Julie?
There is a PayPal connection, and you can go straight through a PayPal account.
Yes, but I wanted it to come out so you all didn't have to pay 2.5%, right? I wanted you to get all my money, not just 2.5%. Not 2.5%, less 2.5%. Okay, any questions on our mission and vision? Does it resonate with people? Say yes if it does.
Yes.
Okay, yes, good, because we're here to make a difference in the world. And I know that when I come here, I have peace here, and I can take that peace out into the world and make a difference with the individuals I come in contact every day. Okay, any guests here today? Any new individuals? Okay, we're here. All right, so we're just going to welcome everybody back. How about we do that slide where we welcome you, we love you. All right, put your hands up. We love you, we bless you, we welcome you. Maybe we say we welcome you back. Say it again. We welcome you back. There we go. Okay, shall we have an opening prayer?
Welcome back, everyone. Let's go into our heart space. We know that God is a love. Within us has no bounds. We share love and light with everyone. And we're here to listen to the beautiful words spoken, the songs sung, and the love that enfolds our little community here. Our summer is over and our fall begins. Cooler weather, travels maybe. We know we are guided everywhere we go. We're guided to love one another, to hold, and it's so nice to come back to those personal hugs. We share that with the world. We share our words, our love, our light from our community and from ourselves. And so it is.
I like this one, is the large print. It's easier to read up here. Oh, today's word is care. I am here, I care. Sometimes my heart goes out to a friend or even a stranger who is struggling. Other times my heart breaks when I learn of another's devastating news. In those moments, I feel the urge to help. I pray, affirming healing, peace, or comfort. I may offer financial support or material goods. I might call on the phone or visit in person. Even so, I may feel my efforts are not enough, especially when needs are great. But the impulse to care is in many people, and the activity of God streaming through so many hearts and hands. As I join in my efforts with others, I trust we can lift up even the most dire situation. I am a caring presence, ready to help, serve, and love. And from 1 Thessalonians 2:8, so deeply do we care for you that we are determined to share with you not only the gospel of God, but also our own selves, because you have become very dear to us. Thank you.
So we are actually going to, is this something we say together?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So Unity Church, Sun Lakes, is a beacon of love and light. We welcome all with open hearts and open arms to express their divine potential. We come together in oneness in creating peace, health, and happiness in our church community and the world. Divine order guides our church as it prospers and grows, providing healing, love, hope, and friendship to all. And so it is. So we are going to prepare for our meditation this morning by singing Surely the Presence. The lyrics will be up here, but there is no background music, so we are just going to sing it together. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. So Thich Nhat Hanh has a river meditation. I'm going to read that. So please, if you feel comfortable, close your eyes. And I would like for you to see yourself as the river. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful river finding her way amongst the hills, forests, and meadows. She began by being a joyful stream of water, a spring always dancing and always singing as she ran down from the top of the mountain. She was very young at the time, and as she came to the lowland, she slowed down. She was thinking about going into the ocean. As she grew up, she learned to look beautiful, winding gracefully among the hills and meadows. One day she noticed the clouds. Clouds of all sorts of colors and forms. She did nothing during these days but chase after clouds. She wanted to possess a cloud, to have one for herself. But clouds float and travel in the sky, and they are always changing form. Sometimes they looked like an overcoat, and sometimes they looked like a horse. Because of the nature of impermanence with the clouds, the river suffered very much. Her pleasure, her joy had become just chasing after clouds, one after another. But she could never catch one. Despair, anger, and hatred started to become her life. One day, a strong wind came and blew away all of the clouds in the sky, and the sky was empty. Our little river thought that life was not worth living, for there were no longer any clouds to chase after. She wanted to die, but how can a river cease to be? That night, the river had the opportunity to go back to herself for the first time. She had been running for so long after something outside of her that she had never even seen herself. That night was the first opportunity for her to hear her own cry, the sound of the water crashing against the banks of the river. Because she was able to listen to her own voice, she discovered something very important. She realized that what she had been looking for was already inside of her. She found that clouds are nothing but water. Clouds are born from water and will return to water. She found out that she herself is water. The next morning, when the sun was in the sky, she discovered something beautiful. She saw the blue sky for the very first time. She had never noticed it before because she had only been interested in the clouds. She had missed seeing the beauty of the sky, which is home to the clouds. Clouds are impermanent, but the sky is stable. She realized that the immense sky had been within her heart since the very beginning. And this brought peace and happiness. As she saw the vast, wonderful blue sky, she knew that her peace and stability need never be lost again. When the clouds returned, she did not want to possess them. She saw the beauty of each cloud, and she was able to welcome them. And when they came by, she would greet them with loving kindness. And when it would go away, she would wave to it happily again with loving kindness. She realized that all these clouds are her. She didn't have to choose between them and herself. Peace and harmony exist between her and the clouds. She opened her heart completely in the evening sky, and she received an image of the full moon, beautiful and round like a jewel within herself. She never imagined that she could receive such a beautiful image. There is a beautiful poem in Chinese. The fresh and beautiful moon is traveling in the utmost empty sky. When the mind rivers of living beings are free, that image of the beautiful moon reflects in each and every one of us. This was the mind of the river at that moment. She received the image of the beautiful moon, and water, clouds, and moon took each other's hands, and they mindfully and peacefully walked slowly to the ocean. And so it is. There is no place where love is not, no place where I am ever alone. There is no place where light cannot reach to heal, for I am always home. There is no place my joy is not, no place where I am ever alone. There is no happiness being kept from me, for I am always home. For I am here when love begins. I am one with all that is, and I release all of the blocks I built that kept me trapped, that hold me back. There is no place my good is not, no place where I am ever alone. There is no wall that holds my blessings back, for I am always home. For I am here when love begins, and I am one with all that is, and I release all of the blocks I've built that kept me trapped, that hold me back. There is no place where truth is not, no place where I am ever alone. There is no place I stop and the one begins. Oh, yeah. For I am always home. Good morning. We are always home, right where we are. I want to start today's talk by reading Psalms 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. I'm going to read this. So we've heard this psalm a million times, right? We use it when we need comfort. We use it at funerals when we need to remember that our souls live forever. We use it to remind us, excuse me, sorry, that God always has our back, is always taking care of us, is always giving us what we need, that we live in abundance. But there is a line in this psalm that gnaws at me. It's not that I don't believe it. I would just really like to understand what it means. And the line is, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. We know that here as humans we experience death. But it's not true, right? Life is eternal. We are eternal beings. The Bible says so. We talk about it constantly. We are the light and spark of the divine that lives on eternally. Even at the end of this, it says, I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. So I think the key in this line, in this verse, is not the word death, but the word shadow. And it doesn't say, if I walk through the shadow of death, or the valley of the shadow of death. It says, yea, though I am currently walking in the valley of the shadow of death. Not if, not when. So, does that mean we are always walking in the valley of the shadow of death? So I started to meditate on this because I really want to know, and I know that books don't always have the answers, but the Spirit does, right? And what I got was that the valley of the shadow of death is our humanness. Because the shadow is the illusion. And here, as humans, we have the illusion that we can die. that we can lose everything we've ever loved, that we can lose our jobs, our homes, our houses, that we can not have enough. But those are illusions. That is not the truth of God. So while we are in the illusion, it doesn't make it not a real experience. Right? We both can live in the illusion, experience it, and the truth be bigger than that. We, in this thought process, in this belief system, in this church, we know that that is true. We can know the truth and we can stand in the truth when we are most afraid, and we can say the psalm, the 23rd Psalm, and we can find our way home to peace. In those moments, we find our way home to the truth in those moments. And it can be painful at the same time. We are not less connected to God or less righteous, not in a bad way, but in a connected to the right. We are not less than because we have moments of fear. It's real. It is the real human experience. And the truth is bigger. So today we're talking about returning home to peace, to the truth that peace is ours. It is our birthright. It is who we are because we are a spark of the divine light of the universe. And in that experience, in the meditation, I realized that we cannot experience peace without faith. Faith that the truth is bigger than the moment we are having. Faith that the truth is bigger than the experience we are experiencing. Because peace without faith is just calm. So this last week, some of you who follow me on Facebook may have seen that my teenager was in the hospital with severe chronic anemia that we did not know existed. And there was a lot of fear. We went to a random doctor's appointment, and at the random doctor's appointment they said, Maya's hemoglobin is 8. You need to get her to the hospital. Okay, go to the hospital. Okay, so we're at the emergency room and they say, oh, it's actually 7. We might have to do blood transfusions. And in the midst of all of that, there was a lot of crying. And there was a lot of, let's say, gnashing of teeth, because my sweet teenager does not like needles. And there was a lot of fear. And in that moment, I didn't ask myself, but I could have said, well, Cerise, don't you know the truth? I mean, don't you know that the truth is that she's going to be okay and everything's going to be fine and all of everything is light and death doesn't exist? No, I was in the middle of the gutter of the war of trying to make sure my teenager lived, right? It wasn't mine to know in that moment, but I knew who to call. I had 2 friends, and I said, I need you to know the truth because I know the truth is there. This is what I said on the phone. I know the truth is there, but I can't remember it right now. So if you could please remember it for me. And one of those friends said, you know, I find it interesting. The next day, everything was calm again. Everything is fine. My teenager is back there. Maya, raise your hand. So everything is fine. All is well. But this friend said to me, Isn't it amazing that you happened to have a random doctor's appointment where the doctor noticed that there was some paleness to the skin and that maybe a hemoglobin test should happen, and that it happened, and that you were able to get to the hospital and they were able to do iron and other infusions to make sure that everything was okay. I was like, oh, there's that truth. Thank God, right? Because I know every single person in this room has a story like that. Where you're like, well, something accidentally happened and I fell into making sure everything was okay. That's not an accident, that's God, right? Because the universe is always manifesting for our good. And then when we experience it, even if we can't remember the truth in the moment, we have tools, right? We can take a breath. We can call in the light. We can call a friend. We can call a chaplain or a practitioner or someone that we know can do a prayer for us. We can get, I think Unity even has a prayer line, Silent Unity. You can call and get Silent Unity to pray. There are so many tools and options when you forget how to get home to peace. Because all of us have those moments. Every one of us. No matter how high up in the experience of knowing the truth. Jesus even went into the woods and begged God not to let him have to die, right? We all have it because when we are in a human body, the illusion is the shadow of death. So here we are, walking in the valley of the shadow of death together, because not a single one of us are alone. That's also an illusion, right? And I'm so grateful that we come together in this place so that we can walk together hand in hand. We can look at each other in the eye and go, I see you, I've got you. Right? I see you, and I've got you. You need a song? I'll sing. You need me to speak? I'll speak. It's not for everyone to do, but that's one of my gifts, right? So I get to come do it. I'm so grateful. Like my dream come true. Also this week, we're in the process of selling our house and buying another house. Don't do that. It is horrible. It's the worst thing I've ever done, and I used to work in real estate. I don't like it one bit. So I'm sitting there this week, and I'm like, nope, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done adulting. And I throw a hissy fit and hit a pillow, and then get back out and do, you're an adult, you have to. It's rude. But, and then I remember, I'm walking in the valley of the shadow of death, but it's not the truth. So how do I return home to peace, to the truth in that moment? I'm going to tell you a little story. The author is unknown, but it is called A Portrait of Peace. There was once a king who offered a prize to the artist in his kingdom who could paint the best picture of peace. Many artists tried. The king looked at all of the pictures, and after much deliberation, he was down to the last two. He had to choose between them. One was a picture of a calm lake. The lake was perfect. It was a mirror of the mountain that stood behind it. Overhead, there were fluffy white clouds that floated in a blue sky. And everyone who saw this picture voted for it to be named the perfect portrait of peace. The second picture had mountains too. These mountains were rugged and bare, and above was an angry sky that was pouring rain. Lightning was flashing down one side of the painting, and on the other side, there was a foaming and angry waterfall. It didn't appear to be peaceful at all. But when the king looked closely, he saw that behind the waterfall was a tiny bush that was growing in the rock, and the painter had put inside of that bush a mother bird in her nest, caring for her eggs. There, in the midst of the rush of angry water and storm and clouds, sat a mother bird doing what she was meant to do. The king chose this picture as the perfect portrait of peace. He said, "Peace is not in a place where there is no noise or trouble or hard work. It is in the midst of things just as they are. No matter the storm, when there is calm in your heart. That is the real meaning of peace." As I said, peace without faith is just calm. And you've heard about the calm before the storm. And why is that? Because nothing ever stays the same, right? It's always ebbing and flowing in this human experience. When the going gets tough, the tough find their way home to peace. That is the truth. And if we look back on our lives at everything we have ever done and everything we have ever experienced, everything that we have watched our friends and loved ones and family go through, it is the truth. No matter what is happening around us, finding your way home to peace in the midst of the storm is faith. So, how do we remember to choose peace? Because it's a choice, right? How do we remember to choose it? So, one of the best ways is to realize our interbeingness. So, I'm going to hold up this piece of paper. And I would like for all of you to use your imagination and see a cloud floating on this piece of paper. Can you see it? Good. Because without the cloud that you just imagined, this paper would not exist. Without that cloud, there would be no rain. Without rain, the trees would not grow, and without trees, we would not have paper. The cloud is essential for the paper to exist in front of us in this moment. Interbeingness is not just a concept. It's not even in the dictionary. I think it probably should be. But we can even take it further. We can see the sun in that piece of paper, because without the sun, the forest would not grow. We are. If we look at this piece of paper, we can even see the logger who cut down the tree to feed his family. We cannot help but be interconnected with everything that exists in this world. So when we remember that there is interconnection, that there is interbeing, that we are connected with all that is around us, with every person, whether we see each other or not, whether we live on opposite ends of the earth or not. There is only one mind, there is only one spirit. But sometimes that's hard to remember when you're in the middle of the valley of the shadow of death. Sometimes it's hard to remember when somebody says that person in another country wants to hurt you and you want to protect your family fiercely. But we can choose to return home to peace by remembering that we really are all connected. And that it is not just a lofty concept somewhere else above us. It's not just a concept out there like, oh yes, our spirits are all one. When we die, we're going to return to the one. We're all going to be light. We're going to dance around in the heavens. That is great to know. But it is true here when we are in our humanness as well. It is true on earth. And when we remember it, we can remember to choose peace in this moment, because choosing peace in this moment is choosing faith in the truth. It is choosing to believe the truth even when all appearances are showing us that it might not be true. And it's choosing to stand in the knowing anyway. So here we are, together, standing in the knowing. There's a beautiful poem. I don't know who wrote it, but it's called I Am. I was regretting the past and fearing the future. And then suddenly my Lord was speaking. My name is I Am. God paused. I waited. God continued. When you live in the past with its mistakes and regrets, it is hard because I am not there. My name is not I was. When you live in the future with its problems and fears, it is hard because I am not there. My name is not I will be. But when you live in this moment, it is not hard. I am here because my name is I am. No matter what we are going through, no matter what the valley of the shadow of death looks like for us, because sometimes it is death, right? Sometimes we are losing the people we love, or we are going through something tragic. I will never take that away. I know what that feels like. I have been there. And I know that I will be again. Because that is what this human form brings. These ups and downs and things that look like death and loss and pain. And in those moments, I can choose to return home to peace and to faith in the truth that the universe is always manifesting for my good. That God has always got my back. That the truth is always real. There is always something bigger. And I absolutely can connect to it. And so can you. And so it is. So we are going to do our affirmation. Oops, sorry, I almost fell over. Today I return home to the divine that I am, as I see beyond appearances and see only God in all situations. And so it is.
Thank you so much for your sharing your gifts with us, bringing us joy, and sending us a wonderful message. I'm going to remove this because you don't see me behind the podium back here. I have to do it in the front. Thank you all for being here, and it's time for our offering. I will tell you that last night I thought about it, and I was writing my check, and I was like, okay, so, I didn't get to automatically tie it over the summer. So I went back and I tore the original check, and I wrote another one, and then I remembered that I had gotten a new position, I got a little bit of a raise, so then I tore that check up and I and I made it for a little bit more money. So please share your offering. We have some music that we'll have through the offering slide, right?
Yeah.
And we'll also read the Divine Love, okay? So please, share with me and read with me. Divine
love has me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. I am so blessed. Thank you, God.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
So we give thanks for these many blessings of today, and know there are but a symbol, right? Come on, a symbol of the inexhaustible substance of the universe. I give thanks that 10 times this much or more is now on its way to me and quickly manifests in perfect ways. Yes.
Yes.
I can tell you it happens. It happened to me, so it'll happen to you. Very good. Thank you. Let's see. We have a few announcements, and before we start with the announcements on the screen, I do want to share with you that we do have a platform team, and the team will provide consistent service to you up front, and I'd like to introduce them. So, Jill is it Ponce? Jill is one of our members. Maria, Kate, please stand up, and Mark.
And Joe.
I mean, so please, what will happen is that if one of us is sick, we have a format now that we can share, and somebody else can come in and take over. So you'll always have the consistency, the same flow, the same slide, not the same slides, they'll be a little different because we'll have a different theme, right? But thank you, I'm getting a little noise over there. I gotta beef it up a little bit. Okay, so thank you very much. So we will continue and give you some consistency through the platform team. We'll try this for through December, and let's see how it works, and then we'll come back and revisit and see how it is. Oh yes, and if you're interested, you can volunteer. Thank you. We have sign-up sheets back there that you can volunteer for any part of it. If you want to do the meditation, if you want to read the daily word, if you want to actually be the facilitator up here, please volunteer. You have a team to support you. We'll always be here, and we'll be glad to rehearse anything with you if that's needed. So it's back on the table over there, so sign up, join us, and be part of the team. All right, we have announcements. So our prayer partner today is, who is it? Okay. Oh, There you go, Reverend Julia back there. Okay. The prayer team meets every Wednesday at 10 a.m. and we have the Reiki Share Group also that meets every Tuesday at 9:30. And the metaphysical group every other Wednesday. And I guess the point of contact is Sheila back there, right? Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. Do you have a place where you meet, Sheila?
Yes, we meet at my home.
Oh, at her home. Okay, very good.
And it is this week.
All right. And next Sunday, our musician is Jennifer Sheets. Very good. Are there any announcements that I forgot that anyone wants to make? Yes, please. We have a couple. Yes.
Okay, next Sunday is going to be our,
Next Sunday, because this was the first Sunday of the month, you know? Next Sunday is our second Sunday, so we're gonna go to lunch after church. There's a sign-up sheet in the back. I need to tell them today how many people will be going, so if you feel like going, put your name down. I'll put an extra couple chairs in there. What else was there?
Oh.
Matthew's Crossing is today. There's a box back there, there's food out front. Bettina brought in some beautiful mint, which if you crunch it up a little bit, put it in some water, it makes some really good mint tea.
To that back
water
shelf back there.
back there, so help yourself. I think that's it.
I bought some books and remembered.
Okay, go ahead. Here, use this one.
Yeah, I just want to let you know that Odie had sent some books in. So I brought some books over there and we put them on the table. If anybody wants to take those, read them or whatever, bring them back, share with other people, whatever.
I have an announcement. Someone showed up at my door yesterday wanting a ticket, extra tickets, but improv group, the Improvables, if you happen to like that, we're having a show on the 30th of this month, but it's sold out within 24 hours.
Wow.
So, if you didn't get tickets and you'd like to see the Improvables, we will be performing at Cottonwood on October 30th, and the tickets will go on sale on October 5th at 10 a.m. on our website, which is SLCT, Sun Lakes Community Theater.com, and you can purchase them right there on that site for Cottonwood only. And that's, again, show is October 30th, the tickets go on sale October 5th. We anticipate it will sell out in 24 hours again. So if you want to get tickets, that's how you get it. That's how you get it, October 5th.
Okay, and you went somewhere.
I just wanted to say, yeah, I don't want to call this all the time. However, I was the one that showed up on her doorstep. I was on bended knee. I didn't get the tickets. But if anybody knows anybody who's got 2 tickets they're not going to use, please call me. Mary Lou Claypool.
She was on her knees. She said she'd do anything.
I just wanted to let you know that I talked with Margaret a few days ago, and she has been in rehab since she had that stroke about 6 or 8 weeks ago. And she was supposed to go home yesterday, so I assumed that she did, and she sounded in good spirits. And I want to thank you also for all of your support for my daughter, who is doing better.
Oh, very good. Anyone else have an announcement? Jill, nothing?
No, I
I just thought I'd ask. Very good. Okay. As we move to our closing song, I want to thank Cerise for taking such a lead today and both sharing her gifts and then sharing her message, and then all of you and coming here and welcoming us back. For me, it does bring peace to come here, and it's peaceful to see all of your beautiful faces. So we have a closing song, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Peace song together.
I forgot a couple of thank yous. I did the flowers. I did Cherise. I forgot Derek.
Derek.
Oh.
Thank you. The person who makes all this.
Yeah. Makes it all happen, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
So please sing with me. Stand if you want. We're going to sing the peace song. Because today we are returning home to peace. We're going to step out. Right? It's okay, we just thanked you, Derek. Yeah, let's do an acapella.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Okay, prayer and protection, let's do it together. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever